Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So I am uploading the video of haunted hotels right now, and I'm about to do another one. And I just got done uploading the video of haunted hotels and Ghost Train and Ghost Train and Ghost Train 2 and Ghost Train 2. I just got done uploading the video of haunted hotels and Ghost Train. So it is time for it is time for the final episodes and the final season of haunted hotels, and also letting Ghost Train again be involved and be in a documentary as well. Okay, so here we go, folks. Here we go, folks. Here we go.
The finest hotels offer much more than a place to rest your head. There are golf courses, swimming pools, and lush gardens. And sometimes there may be ghosts. Nothing is what it seems when you delve into a realm of fear, where phantoms haunt and terrifying tales come alive in haunted hotels. What is it they say about a woman scorned? Consider the story of the phantom chambermaid who had a burning desire to be part of the family. Or the murdering spirit who stopped her cheating spouse dead in his tracks. Why is it that so many ghosts in haunted hotels are women? Could it be that at heart they're just sensitive spirits? Haunted hotels come in all prices and sizes. There's something to suit even the most discriminating ghost. In Newport, Rhode Island, mansions line the Ocean Drive, each a little bigger and more expensive than the next. But step off the beaten path and you will find one of the grandest, the Inn at Chateau Lawn. The innkeepers have named the mansion's 8 elegant guest rooms after 19th century writers, and they invite the public to pause and spend a night in this peaceful retreat. There, the private lives of those who lived and died long ago unfold once more. And according to some, spirits keep watch.
Some of them are very unhappy that we're here.
The story of one unhappy spirit goes back to Victorian days. In 1856, a wealthy man named Hamilton Hoppet built the home on the outskirts of town.
The house is one of the first Italianate stick-style houses to be built in the United States.
Its rarity made Chateau Lawn the object of much admiration. And some say Hamilton enjoyed showing off his fine house, lording it over his younger brother Thomas. Jealousy finally drove the two brothers apart, but perhaps not forever. A century after both brothers were dead and buried, the innkeepers tried to find a picture of Hamilton, the house's original owner, but had no luck. Instead, they acquired a painting of the younger brother Thomas and hung it in Chateau Lawn, his proud big brother's old home.
It's right on the staircase as you go in. It's quite impressive. He looks like he owns the world, not to mention the Inn at Chateau Lawn.
The innkeepers quickly discovered that Hamilton and Thomas had never buried the hatchet.
There was a very heaviness to the room at the time, and we felt the coldness.
And what they saw next would haunt them forever.
We witnessed the spirits of Hamilton Hoppin and his younger brother Thomas Hoppin. They got into an argument. Thomas was torturing his older brother for some reason.
The innkeepers say that with Thomas lurking in his house, Hamilton will never rest in peace. And today, the brothers keep close watch on each other and all who enter the old family home.
I feel that he's looking at me going up the steps when I get to that picture. And when I come down the steps after checking in a guest, he's looking at me.
Whether they are protecting Shadow Lawn from each other or even the staff, day and night, it seems the Hoppin brothers are watching. But there is one haunting event that seems totally disconnected from the dueling brothers.
There are also other spirits here at the Inn at Shadow Lawn that are here because they have no other choice.
Each night during the month of June, the innkeepers go to bed asking themselves one question. Will tonight be the night when she returns? There is no way of knowing which night she will pick and what she will destroy. Every June, objects in the front hallway are found smashed violently on the floor. Most recently, Shadow Lawn guests woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of something shattering.
Our grand mirror came crashing down into the hallway. Must have been 2:30 in the morning.
But who is the angry specter behind this mischief? The story of the spirit dates back to 1913. Legend has it that a newlywed heiress moved to Shadow Lawn with her husband, a young and dashing Newport doctor. But the fairy tale life she'd imagined came crashing down around her when her husband revealed his true colors.
He started openly cheating on her with other women. He would parade his women in front of his wife.
With his wife's money, the doctor bought one of the first horseless carriages.
At first, when it was purchased, he would take his wife out, but that became less and less. It was more of a time to flaunt and philander around with his other ladies.
Every day, the doctor's wife would stand by her window, watching and waiting for her cheating husband to return. And the rage inside her grew. Then, on a balmy day in June, the doctor returned home from one of his frequent afternoon trysts. But this time, there was a figure waiting in the bushes. The doctor stepped out of his car and was gunned down by an unseen assailant.
Literally out of the blue, out of nowhere, he was shot to death.
No one who knew the couple had any doubt as to who the murderer was.
There's no way you could say otherwise that this was made out of total vengeance.
The doctor's wife was charged with murder, and though she was eventually acquitted, locals were sure that it was a case of a woman scorned and driven to kill. She spent the rest of her life shunned by the entire town. And innkeepers believe that each June she returns to Shadow Lawn to set the record straight and to tell the world her husband had left her no other choice.
She does want to make herself known. She does want to tell her story, to put her point across to people.
So every June, when antiques come crashing down in the front hall, the innkeepers believe it is the spirit of the doctor's wife lashing out at those who would judge her.
Because I'm sure she did love him, there must have been a tremendous amount of guilt. It's almost a tormented feeling.
At other times, guests are startled by a shadowy figure by the bedroom window. Someone waiting up late.
In the room that she does inhabit, lights have remained on, possibly waiting for him to come home.
The innkeepers believe it is the doctor's wife, hoping against hope that her straying husband will finally come home to her. And every June, it seems she might just get her wish.
Once a year, a horseless carriage would come up into the driveway, and somewhere along the driveway, it would vanish. Since he never made it home, this is his way of finally making it home.
Some feel the inn at Shadow Lawn is full of spirits.
They can be sitting next to you at dinner time. They can be going up the staircase with you as you're bringing in your luggage.
But consider yourself warned. Ghosts have their own way of letting you know they were here first.
There are some spirits that consider you an uninvited guest in their home. And sometimes they let you know it.
So remember, when staying at a haunted hotel, be nice to those who came before, in case they still remain. Whether the star-crossed souls of lost lovers, or the solitary form of a long-dead hostess who returns to spy on each season's new fashion, it pays to be polite.
She looked down the long hall, and she said there was a perfect white shroud.
Our next stop isn't on any map. The White Mountains of New Hampshire are a favorite spot for tourists who want to get back to nature. And for many of them, the perfect retreat is the Mount Washington Hotel and Resort. Guests have been checking into the hotel's 300 rooms for just over a century.
We're located right at the base of Mount Washington. We're a little lucky here because the mountain acts as a real buffer for us and sort of protects us from the winds. So things are pretty calm.
But late at night, the quiet is broken by reports that things may not be as peaceful as they seem.
She walked straight up to me and she looked me in the eye and she said to me, "Is this place haunted?"
When Mount Washington first opened its doors, its graceful combination of fresh air and world-class luxury attracted America's elite, the Vanderbilts, Astors, and Rockefellers. But it was the hotel's proud hostess that ensured such high society clientele would return year after year. Her name was Carolyn, and some say, though she died long ago, she plays the hostess still. At the turn of the last century, Joseph Stickney, a hard-working hotelier, built Mount Washington as a testament to his success, and as an expression of his deep love for his wife, Carolyn.
He was the love of her life and she was the love of his life. They spent a lot of time together. They enjoyed each other's company.
Their love flourished at Mount Washington, and while Joseph took care of the business affairs, Carolyn played gracious hostess to society's elite.
One of the things that she was very well noted for was somehow she always managed to be the best dressed. She always wore the finest jewels.
It was a reputation in which Carolyn took great pride, although outdoing the wealthiest women in the world wasn't easy. Each night, she stood out of sight on the balcony for a sneak preview of her guests' elegant evening attire.
From the balcony, there's a view of the grand staircase. Now, Carolyn had a perfect view of all the ladies coming down for dinner.
Carolyn would choose her wardrobe only after taking note of the other women, and her grand entrance always turned heads. But Carolyn's enjoyment of her public duties as hostess could never compare with the quiet passion that filled her private life. After tending to their guests, Joseph and Carolyn always dined alone by candlelight, acting like young lovers in the home where they planned to grow old together. But their epic romance was not to last. Years of hard work had taken their toll, and one day, without warning, Joseph's heart gave out.
Joseph died in December of 1903, just 2 seasons after the hotel was open.
Though the passion that had filled Carolyn's world was gone, she chose to stay where she and Joseph had been the happiest.
She would still be seen wandering the property and doing the things that they enjoyed together. I think it was a way for her to sort of heal and get through that loss.
When at last she died, many years later, most assumed Mount Washington had lost its guardian angel. But according to staff, it seems Carolyn was destined to return.
It's the manifestation of a figure passing by out of the corner of your eye. It's the turn of a doorknob, or the jingle of a key. It's just these little signs that let us know that Carolyn's around.
But many of Carolyn's signs are not so subtle. Late one night, a hotel guest said she received a very disturbing visit.
About 2 o'clock in the morning, she heard a light knock on her door.
When the guest answered the door, it appeared at first that no one was there. But when she stepped into the corridor, she saw something that made her blood run cold.
She looked down the long hall, and she said there was a perfect white shroud, and it just was moving at a steady pace.
Locals say Carolyn has never left Mount Washington and has never let go of her old habits. Each night before dinner is served, a hazy outline is seen on the balcony overlooking the grand staircase, watching as guests arrive. It is the same spot where Carolyn secretly spied on the guests of her own day. The dress code may have changed, but it seems Carolyn still keeps her vigil. And it seems she is most interested in guests who check into room 314, the room that holds an antique near and dear to her heart.
Carolyn's bed is still here in room 314. It's a beautiful hand-turned rock maple bed.
Those who sleep in the four-poster bed Carolyn and Joseph once shared are often awakened in the dead of night by a lonely vision from the past.
We've had a number of people saying that in the middle of the night they'll see a woman in room 314 brushing her hair, just sitting there on the edge of the bed, brushing her long hair.
Night staff at the hotel say they have traced the sounds of a romantic melody lofting through the halls, only to find the tune transcends both space and time.
It wasn't a song I recognized, but it was a melody, and it repeated itself, but we couldn't come up with a location. Each time we sought out the area, it would seem to be the same distance away.
When the hotel's guests have gone to bed, a hush falls over the resort. But out of the silence, the music will begin again, reminding visitors that Carolyn is still there, and warning staff not to walk the historic halls alone. And one night, on routine security rounds for the hotel, Fred Hollis had a brush with more than just music. As he walked toward the ballroom, the chandeliers above him began to tremble. And when he entered the ballroom where Carolyn and Joseph once danced, for a moment, the past seemed to cross over into the present.
One evening I was walking into the ballroom, which I had done on many, many occasions before, and I got about halfway across the ballroom floor when every hair in my body electrified. I mean, it tingled. I had the strongest presence. Couldn't tell you today if I could have gone further explanation.
Perhaps it was Carolyn, unwilling to abandon Mount Washington or relinquish the greatest love of her life.
I think the reason that Carolyn haunts this place is that this was where her heart was. This was where her Joseph was.
Nasty things, those hearts. They can lead people into all sorts of trouble. As a young girl in Savannah once discovered.
I knew I was looking at someone that did not represent our time.
But better to roam eternity for love than in regret. Or worse, because of one impulsive mistake.
She wants to get out, and I don't know how to release her.
Okay, you guys. So anyway, with that being said too, I'm gonna once again get Ghost Train involved and let you guys know if Ghost Train can be if Ghost Train should be a documentary, like you saw all the apparitions on there and all the spirits wander the halls and wander the places, and all the people told their stories, and the stories went back in time to the historical days and history days and stuff like that. So I want to let you guys know, if I want to ask you guys and tell you guys once again, if Ghost Train should be a documentary on the Travel Channel and the History Channel and Discovery Channel, just like Haunted Hotels did too. And this time, these ghost stories, these other next ghost stories that I'm gonna show you, should be good for the Travel Channel and the documentary, the Travel Channel should these stories should be good for the Travel Channel and the documentary, and Discovery Channel and History Channel. So I was thinking something like the story of Bill McCannon's ghost. Bill McCannon's ghost can be a ghost. Bill McCannon's ghost can be on the documentary, and also the Vanishing Samar Nation, and the Concord Ghost Light, and the Crossett, Arkansas Ghost Light too, and the Phantom Station Master and the Mintz Ghost Light, and the Ghost Wreck of Zora Valley, and Kansas Pacific Ghost Train, and where is it? And also the Arizona Desert Ghost Train, the Ghost Train of the Arizona Desert, the Ghost Train of Arizona Desert, and also the Belleville, Texas Phantom Train, and the Ghost Train of Mare, Arizona. So with that being said, let me know what you see. Let me know what you see on here, and if you live in the United States and if you live anywhere else in the United States and you think Ghost Train should be a documentary, you think that Ghost Train should be a documentary, just like Haunted Hotels was. If you think that Ghost Train should be a documentary on the Travel Channel and Discovery Channel and History Channel and the History Channel, let me know, okay? Okay, you guys, I want everybody in the United States to watch this. If you live in if you live in the United States and think that Ghost Train should be a documentary on the Travel Channel and the History Channel if you think it should be on Discovery Channel too, if you think it should be on Discovery Channel and the Travel Channel and the History Channel, let me know. Just let me know, okay? Okay, bye everybody. See you soon. Bye.